What if the reason things look separate from each other isn't because they actually are? What if separation is just what happens when things get big enough? At the smallest level, smaller than atoms, smaller than anything you can see, things don't behave like things. They behave like waves. You know when you drop a pebble in a pond and ripples spread out everywhere? That's what tiny particles actually do. They spread out, they overlap, they're connected in ways that don't make sense if you think of them as separate objects. And here's the wild part. When two tiny particles interact, they stop being two separate things. The math that describes them can't be split into two separate equations anymore. They become one description, one thing. The separation, it disappears. Now, imagine those tiny waves in a really crowded ocean. Millions of other waves bumping into them constantly, every single second. All that bumping makes the waves forget they were waves. They stop spreading everywhere and start acting like solid things with specific locations. That is called decoherence, and it's why tables look solid, why people look separate, why the world looks like a bunch of individual things instead of one big connected thing. Not because separation became real, but because the connection got too bumped around to see. There was a teacher named Krishnamurti. He spent his whole life telling people that the separation between you and everything else isn't real, that it's something that gets something that gets constructed, something that gets produced. He could see it clearly. He pointed at it every way he knew how, but he couldn't show you the mechanism. He couldn't explain exactly how the illusion gets made. I mean, he did a damn good job at explaining how the illusion gets made. But irregardless, decoherence might be that mechanism. The process by which oneness, real connection, gets bumped into looking like separation. I want to be straight with you. This interpretation isn't official physics. Physics describes decoherence accurately. What it means is still an open question. Maybe separation becomes real as things get bigger. Maybe it just looks real because the connection gets hidden. Physics knows what happens. What it means, genuinely still open. The smallest things in the universe, they don't look separate. The biggest things do. And the process in between, the bumping, the interaction, the constant contact with everything else, might be how oneness turns into the appearance of separation. Not proof. I don't have it yet. But a real and interesting question. And maybe the most honest thing physics has accidentally pointed at.